Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome back to my channel. So today we're getting started with a speed build, but we are doing a mansion, which actually I've never really done I haven't really done like a big modern mansion before. So first time for everything, right? And it's actually the first time I'm really using the terrain tools, although I have to say I didn't really go too crazy with the terrain tools just because this wasn't a build I wanted to spend too much time on. But definitely get to kind of level up all the terrain. And wow, I'm so unique with my word choices, guys. I'm so creative. But this house is a three-story mansion, which I know seems really, really crazy, but it actually isn't that bad, I think, because it's so nicely like spaced out and open, so I don't really feel overwhelmed if I lose my sim. And also the fact that this is a single sim home, and so there's just not a lot of places to lose your sim because you're pretty much only paying attention to one person, right? Not saying that this house couldn't be used for more than one sim. There's definitely some room you guys will see later on where you could make this more of like a family home if you wanted to do more of like a celebrity family, or just use this in a different world as well. It doesn't have to be Del Sol Valley or anything, but I absolutely love the view from this lot. It's so pretty. You know, I wasn't happy with how EA only gave us like 6 lots in this expansion pack, but I do have to say that they put in a lot of work with the the world in general when you're in gameplay. Like the views and everything are so pretty, and you guys will see at the end here that I kind of go through like what this mansion looks like at sunset and everything, and it's just, oh, I absolutely love it. So this house is just something I thought would be kind of fun to try and build. I found a picture on Google and just kind of used that as my inspiration. It only showed the front of the house, so the rest of it I just kind of um, got creative with it. I didn't know what the interior looked like or anything, so just kind of saw some pictures of the shape of it, and then lots of windows, lots of lawn. Nothing too crazy with the lawn, which I don't really do anyway. Um, just like building, I don't do a lot of landscaping, so still practicing on my landscaping skills and everything. Want to get on Avalyn, her level. If you guys don't watch Avalyn, I can link her channel down below. She's really good at builds, but you've probably watched her because she's just really good. So we do a lot of monkeying with the exterior here. I don't know why, but whenever I feel like I'm recording, I get like really anxious about how much time I'm taking. So I feel like I don't really do well of do a very good job of managing recording and building because I just feel like I'm on a time crunch even though I'm not, but it's just like the extra stress of trying to finish this faster because I know that my computer is probably doing a lot right now trying to process the game and recording and all of that. So actually at some point during this, I don't know if it was when I was building this house or something earlier on, my game crashed randomly, which is the first time it has done that. So that was a little nerve wracking. So I don't know if you'll notice a lot, or if you'll notice throughout these clips that I save my game quite often because I don't want to lose anything, because this build took me literally 4.5 hours, you guys. I got home from work, had a long 10-hour day. If you guys want to know a little something about me, I am a rehab specialist at a chiropractic office, and Mondays are our technically 12-hour day, but we get a lunch break in there. It's the only day of the week that we're there that long, and the rest of the week is pretty easy with just like 5-hour shifts. And so just those days take like a toll on me. Like I'm so tired and done by the end of the day. So when I came home, I wanted to, play The Sims and just relax. And honestly, I feel like this house maybe might have stressed me out a little bit more. I mean, I relaxed eventually, but for a second there, it was just like I was so like nervous about building this, and if it was gonna turn out good, was I wasting my time? Because I've never really done anything this big before, but I think it turned out pretty good. I ended up liking it, and definitely, I mean, I'm gonna use it because I do plan on using the sim that I created for this house, which isn't going to be in any Let's Play or anything unless you guys really wanted me to. But I honestly don't even remember her name right now because I'm doing the voiceover the next day. But I just wanted to play with a sim that was already famous, and we've already gotten her to like, proper celebrity or global superstar. Just because with my Let's Play, if you guys haven't watched it yet, we have two girls that just recently moved away from Willow Creek and are starting their, careers in Del Sol Valley. One girl, her name is Rowan. She's a really kind of more shy, not really a huge fan of like the spotlight. At least she's not yet. She's not confident enough yet, and she is really good at singing and playing the guitar. So she's gonna go like the more musical route. And then we have London, who is the aspiring actress, who is a little more willing to kind of get like her hands dirty. She's a little bit more of like a rebel. Maybe might do a couple things that she'll regret down the line, but there'll be valuable lessons that she'll learn. So yeah, lots of drama coming in that Let's Play. We're only on part 3, so there's still so much that's going to be happening, and I'm so excited to develop these characters even more. But if you guys want to check it out, I'll link the first episode down below. That would be really cool if you guys did. But anyway, back to the build. So just playing with a single sim who's already a celebrity, and just kind of wanted to experience playing the game being, at the other end, since I'm currently playing a household where neither of them are even close to being famous yet, because I'm pretty sure London just now became a noticeable or notable newcomer. So yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of fun. But if you guys are interested, I could, add this sim to my gameplay. And I wish I would have gotten like a little shot of her in this build or anything, but she's really cute, and I think I made her an aspiring, or maybe just a worldwide celebrity, because I wasn't sure what I wanted her to be famous for, but I think I'm going to make her be famous for like the fashion career, because I haven't messed around with that too much. But anyway, this little patch here was frustrating me so much. Like, I absolutely was getting like, I just didn't know why the green grass wouldn't let me place tile, and anyway, we figured it out, so we're good. Nothing to worry about there, but just made this cool little pathway along here so we could get to this end of the house, because there was a point where I was building and I was like, wait, like, how are they gonna get to the kitchen unless they go all the way around the pool? So glad I noticed that, because I feel like sometimes there's some things you don't notice. There's also a point where I didn't realize we didn't have a bathroom in the house yet, so I had to add that. That's the second floor. You'll see that in a little bit, but anyway, we're doing the kitchen now. Super big, and honestly, I just had so much space, I didn't even know what to do with it. And oh yeah, these bamboo I thought would just be kind of fun, since we're doing a lot of like neutral colors, just to kind of add some pops of green. I feel like that's very LA, which is kind of like what Del Sol Valley is. So I thought that was kind of cool, just adding that in there. But yeah, this kitchen is huge. And I would think that the sim might even have like a chef or a butler to like cook her meals, so she wouldn't even really use it. It's just more for display, and maybe more of like her, not her servants, but her workers or servers or whatever would definitely get more use out of, and it would be really big for like parties and stuff. But yeah, so just using that bamboo to kind of like separate the entrance. A lot of these rooms are very like open spaced, which I think is really nice and bright. I actually started building this mansion after I watched Deligracy's stream the other night. I'm a huge fan of Deligracy. She's probably like my all-time favorite YouTuber to watch. I just think she's very entertaining with her Let's Plays. And oh look, you can kind of see my little sim there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yes, so I was watching Deligracy's live stream, and she was redoing Judith Ward, I think is her last name, Judith Ward's mansion, like completely redid it. I think she has like a speed build up of it now. And then she also gave Judith Ward a makeover, which I thought was really fun, and just kind of gave her like some plastic surgery to make her look a little younger, because I don't know about you guys, but Judith Ward's hair in the game it's a little like old school, like Hollywood hair, and I don't know, I just feel like Judith Ward could look a little bit more, excuse my language, like, but kind of like bitchy. She is a mean sim and like a snob, so she's not like a nice person at all. And so I just thought the makeover that Deligracy gave her worked really well for her. And then her mansion, this is what I was getting into, her mansion is just like godly. Like, she did like all of the new like Get Famous like crazy furniture with the like zebra prints and everything, and I couldn't do that for this build. So this build is like simple modern with a few like of the elegant pieces that come with Get Famous, but I definitely didn't use the like really gaudy like zebra printed chairs and stuff. So I think I liked the theme of this house and how everything came out. We're just finishing the little like, I just want to call these like little walkway rooms. I don't even think that's a thing, but they're just kind of like the stepping stone to like the next room. So they're not quite used for anything. They're just pretty much decoration. And I have no idea what happened to my screen there, but anyway, so just kept it really simple with these rooms. Didn't want to go too crazy because again, I wouldn't want my Sims spending a lot of time here or getting stuck in these rooms. Since it is a 3-story build, I wanted to make sure that she's like kind of located in mostly one spot of the house so she's not too hard to find, because I do get frustrated with really tall buildings, and or not really tall but like really big buildings. But now we're on to the lounge area, which I just wanted to make this really nice and relaxing down here, so nothing too crazy compared to the next level, which you guys will see soon enough, but just a little grill and just kind of some areas to sit around and chat around the pool. Next we move on up to the next level, and you guys will see me struggle so hard with decorating this room. Like, I just didn't know what to put in it because, again, I didn't want a whole lot going on in this room, so there's a lot of things I try and mess around with. I go through like a lot of the Get Famous stuff that we get in the pack and see if there's anything useful here. I used a couple other things. I tried this couch and I was getting so mad because for some reason the lighting was giving off that yellow tint, so I tried changing it and it didn't work. And then I add this bookcase and that wasn't looking good, so then I just take it out and then I'm like, okay, now that thing's yellow, what can possibly work in this room that I can just kind of fill this space with? So that's what I end up going with, that little statue thing right there. So then we move on over across the way, and now, or not, never mind, just kidding. Okay, then I cut out, whatever. Okay, decorated the bathroom, as you can see. Just, I kept it really plain and simple. I didn't really use any of the new items except maybe for the shower. I think it's like that really pretty marble shower, so I really like the new shower that we got there. I'd have to agree with everyone else on the fact that I would rather have new counters than bathroom stuff. And like, I know there's like the whole thing about how counters take up a lot of like how much they could put in a pack. Like, I understand that, but I feel like with all the stuff we get with the bathroom things, like if they took that out, I think we could get like at least one new counter, right? Like, I just feel like that could be a thing. Now we're in the living room using the new Get Famous couches there. Again, not like super modern couches, but I just thought they still worked well with the space and the house. And since each room is kind of like, or each level so far is kind of its own thing, I just thought it matched really well. And then I was trying to use those Get Famous shelves, the really modern ones, and it didn't look good. And then I found these guys in more of the miscellaneous surface section, and I started adding like all of her awards and trophies. There's a pile of gold. So the gold really stands out in this house because it's mostly just like black, gray, and white. But you've got to have your gold, right? If you're like super rich, you've got to have a place for it. And what better place to put it in your living room where a lot of people will see it, right? And then we have a little spot over there. I just added that new Get Famous mirror, which is really nice. It just lights up and makes it really bright. I did just realize now that I remembered we do have vaults, or vaults, right? Like, isn't that what it's called? A vault? Like a bank vault? I think that's what it is. Anyway, could have put her trophies and stuff in there, but oh well, I totally forgot that we even have that. I'll have to add that later. There's also a part that I didn't include here where I tried putting in the shark pond, and yeah, I just couldn't find a really good spot for it without making it look kind of awkward. So maybe London or Rowan will get into having pet sharks, and maybe not. I feel like we need to make like an evil celebrity. Like, Judith would probably have a shark pond where she would feed like Sims that she doesn't like to the sharks. Like, I could see her doing that. Just kidding. I don't think she's that mean. But now we're on to the deck, and I just wanted to make this kind of like the cool party deck. And I used the new bar there with the vintage, I think those are the vintage pack chairs. vintage glamour. Yeah, and then little dance floor, and then I cheated and put those speakers up on the little what are those things called? The little like oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Moving on, I can't remember what they're called on little sticks. I added a little seating area. Again, just like for the Sims that want to chill, maybe they're not in the mood to dance, and maybe the hot tub's full, or maybe it's winter season and everybody doesn't want to get into their bathing suits. I don't know, just wanted that deck to be fun. Then we move over to this little pathway here, and I just wanted to add some greenery, so I just kind of lined those guys up on the side. And then I believe we start to head upstairs. Yep. So yeah, lots of space up here. Was a little overwhelmed, but I think we made it work. So as you can see, that big room there, that is horror. I don't know what I was just about to say. Her bedroom, and I added some French doors because I thought that was fitting. And you guys, this bed from this pack is awful. I did not like it, but I just felt like because, we're a celebrity and we just got this pack, it was appropriate to use it. But honestly, like any other sim or any other gameplay that I would be doing on or off camera, I'm not really sure I would use this bed that much. I mean, a lot of this furniture I honestly, well, maybe more of the modern stuff I really do like, but this stuff I probably wouldn't use that much unless maybe we're playing with like a really elegant rich family or something. But yeah, this is definitely like celebrity only type of a deal here. And then just kind of made the walls really plain just because we have so much going on with the furniture. Just thought that was kind of fitting. And then we get into the walk-in wardrobe, which I think is super fun. I love the new wardrobe stuff that we got with this pack. And again, vintage glamour goes great with this stuff because that's where that little vanity is from. And then we also add the wardrobe station because I would think that this celebrity would probably have someone who helps pick her outfits, maybe does her makeup and hair, just because, she has the money so that she doesn't have to think about that kind of stuff. But then we also add a little exercise room because, well, one, we had the space for it, and I was trying to think of what to do to fill the space. And anyway, so I kept it really simple. It's not anything too exciting. I wish I would have added like some mirrors or something, or maybe a little bit more greenery, but by this point, you guys, it was like 3.5 hours into this build, and I was very much like becoming over it. So now we're just adding this office here, and just kind of wanted to add a bunch of things with some skills, like skill learning. What am I trying to say? Skill building things. Yeah. I wanted to add some stuff with some skill building items. What am I saying? Oh, I don't even know. I've been talking so long. Anyway, there's a computer, there's an easel, there's a guitar, and then I'm pretty sure, you guys, this is like we're coming to the end of this video. I can barely speak. I add a piano and just kind of make it like her little office space. And again, walls are plain, so just trying to add some more color and stuff. And then I also add these little not newspaper, like magazine is what I'm thinking, like magazine clippings, because I would think that maybe, she was in like Vogue magazine or some popular thing. So she would kind of keep like her big news or magazine clippings like in her. Alright guys, we are finally now furnishing the last space slash room of the house. And by this point, you guys, I was so overbuilding. Like it had we'd reached like that 4-hour mark, and I wanted to be done. So, and it was just frustrating because I didn't know what quite to fit in this room. So I was just going through all of the Get Famous stuff, trying to find things. I did find that cool little vinyl thing, which I thought was really cool. So I think that's the last thing I added. And now we're just kind of do some final touches here. And by the way, this build will be up on the gallery, so if you guys are interested in downloading it, I'll have my OriginID down below, so you guys can go check that out if you would like. Feel free to furnish it however you want or make any changes that you want. That's usually what I do when I take any builds from the gallery. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at that sunset shot. But usually if I take any builds from the gallery, I just kind of furnish it how I would like to furnish it, but I keep like all the exterior stuff the same. And I do try to add little windows on the back here because I thought it looked a little plain, but I had too much going on the wall, so we just kept it as it was, which I don't love it, but you know, we're not even looking at that side, so we're just gonna pretend that's not there. Then then I just wanted to add these little green things on the other side, and I got rid of that little bush. I just thought that looked a little better. And yeah, we're just kind of adding some final touches here with the landscape, I believe. But that's pretty much it, you guys, and I hope you liked this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!